Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. This is another edition of Don't Tell Me to Shut Up. You know who I am, Jasmine Sanders, in case you don't know. Anyway, here in the studio, my home studio, of course, makeshift. We've got Butterfly, who is serving as producer today, and also to my left, I guess would be your right, Lena, who basically runs everything. I don't know if you... Should I say you're in the studio because you're really like on the screen? But are you really in the studio?
Yeah, I'm in the studio.
Okay, good. We're all here basically.
Yeah.
It's a wild kind of day, which is why my hair is looking real crazy and I got this glass of wine. But let me tell you why. We're going to do a different way today. Not the traditional rundown because I got a lot of shit on my mind. The first thing is, can we please talk about all these rappers backing Trump? I don't understand what's going on. I get it. Exactly. What the hell is that? Like, why?
I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't get it. And you know what really irritated me the most? The fact that Lil Wayne actually put on a pair of slacks to go meet the president.
Wow.
I've never seen Lil Wayne in a pair of slacks. He was dressed up like he was going to a job interview, which leads me to question, what exactly were you interviewing for? What's the kickback? That part.
And did anybody tell him to cut his braids yet?
His braids are cracked out.
Man.
His braids left, dreads, whatever they are at this point. They left a long time ago.
Yep.
Pretty much the way we've left him now. I don't get it. Yeah. And Ice Cube? Yes, exactly. And Cube, come on. I expected so much more from you.
Yeah.
Can we agree upon that? I expected so much more. Right? Can we agree upon that? Come on. Y'all of a certain age. I remember.
I almost don't feel like watching Friday
just
anymore,
waking
man.
up. What?
And that's like one of my favorite movies.
But not only that, he always kind of appealed to me as level-headed. I'm not going to say sophisticated because he's rough, but in a good way. Right? I felt like he was logical. The way he would, even in his raps, he was letting us know what was going on, right? In the streets. What happened to you, Q? Now, am I the only one that looks at him and wonders, what's going on with this look you got? Exactly. Right? The scruffy, the beanie. I get his COVID and we all on lockdown. I mean, speaking of hair. But the point is, doesn't he look a little disheveled?
He look like he about to serve bean pies in a rough level.
Yes.
Now, because, Muslims, they usually dress really nice with the little things.
But okay, now I don't know if it's the Scorpio in me, but it's a darkness about him.
Yeah.
He looks dark, and it's not the lighting. He just looks dark. It doesn't sinister even.
Maybe he's on a
He doesn't look like the Ice Cube from Barbershop.
Yeah. Like life left his body.
Yes, and along with sensibility. Yeah. Like, are we there yet?
Maybe his bank account is low.
His bank account is not low. I don't buy that for a second. But I'm not quite sure what happened. Anyway, that was one of the things I wanted to get off my chest because I think at this point, by the time this airs, the election will have been over. And I guess because with the way they're going with this mail-in ballot counting, I saw Pennsylvania extended 3 days out. There was someone else, I think Texas, said, listen, we're going to stop early voting.
What?
Texas stopped early voting.
Why?
I don't know. Too many people, I guess. But they say that might actually work in favor of Joe Biden. Come on, Kamala.
Let's do it.
What? So I don't know what the outcome will be by the time you see this, but I'm hoping and praying that Biden and Kamala will be in the White House and I don't have to worry about that extra passport I got to get my ass out this country.
We can always get you some Dominican citizenship.
No, you know what's happening in DR. I ain't going nowhere near there. Anyway.
Oh, stop it.
I like some liquor. Anyway, listen. Just a joke.
It's only in resorts. If you out of there, we'll take you to Poppy and them. They'll be fine.
That's like saying herpes is only right here.
It is.
I don't want to be near it. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, DR is fine.
Exactly,
you'll be in DR next year with, what's his name, Ronelli?
Oh, listen. So one more thing I want to talk about. Like I said, I just had to come on and do a quick podcast. This is like a quickie. Well, you know how he liked those. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I saw a post with Cardi B. Now, I don't normally talk about Cardi B and all, because I believe get your hustle where your hustle is. Get your grind however you want to. But I saw a topic that has resurfaced. And basically she was saying that I guess a lot of people were posting the fact that her and other female rappers, and I guess some black rappers, or just black people, period, but more specifically, she was focused on black female rappers, are basically taking away the value of a lot of name brand designers when they wear them and shout them out in songs. And she was saying it's actually not true, that they actually provide value to the brand. Yeah. And I'd be curious to know your thoughts.
It depends how you look at it from a designing standpoint. Like, if you feel like you don't want a lot of urban people wearing your stuff, you may feel like it's like Michael Kors. Like Michael Kors, I can't even lie. It was on the right brand, and then all of a sudden.
First of all, I said high fashion designers.
No, but the Michael Kors was considered high fashion.
Not I'm talking about like the house of Givenchy. I'm talking about the real stuff. Real stuff. Yes, Louis Vuitton. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. She was saying because apparently, kind of shouting out the song Red Bottoms and the Balenciagas and stuff. People were giving her flack, saying that they believed that they were devaluing the brands.
But rappers have shouted out big name brands since, I don't know, I used to listen to Lil' Kim, and she used to talk about Christian Lacroix.
But now let's slow down. Back then, the internet wasn't what it is now. Social media was not what it is now. It wasn't.
No, you're right. But the thing is, like, I don't know, man.
Butterfly?
I think it depends how you look at it.
Yeah. So it's like, I think they're giving it more value because now you're reaching to a younger generation. They're reaching to a real young generation. And let's think about, especially Gen Z, there are a lot of YouTubers and a lot of social media stars who are very young and making millions and millions of dollars. When they hear that, they're like, oh, I'm going to buy me some Balenciagas.
True.
I'm going to buy me some Louis Vuitton.
Now let me tell you where I weigh in on this. I think that to some extent, they do devalue the brand. But I don't think it's because they're black female rappers. I think anything that is meant to be exclusive, the minute it is mainstream and everyone can get it, you have become a less valuable brand. And if you don't believe me, let's think back to the days of Coach. There was a time when Coach was pretty much unavailable to a lot of people. Right? Yeah. And although they never had a huge celebrity, to my knowledge, that was in the world of hip hop or even R&B as brand ambassador, you was pretty dope if you could get a Coach bag or, that belt or that, whatever. Mm-hmm. Not so much anymore because now it's in the mall, it's on the side with Zara and all of that. Whereas way on the West Wing, you've got Givenchy and you've got all of the other big fashions. And I think what happens is even when you start thinking about the YouTubers, that's a very small percentage of people compared to the amount of people needed to carry that brand.
That is true.
Right? So I think, for example, Hermes, there's a reason why no matter how much money you have, you can't buy the bag. It's exclusive. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes other people want it. But they also know it's highly coveted. Yeah. But everybody can't get it. I remember reading a story maybe a couple of years ago when Mike Tyson, who we all know at one time, had millions of gazillions of Veronica, I'm talking. Mm-hmm. She's telling me I'm being too judgmental. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Take your friends and leave. Just kidding. I don't want her to leave my head. She keeps me balanced. But anyway, there was a time when Mike Tyson had millions and billions and trillions of dollars, right? And he actually bought from someone else a particular Lamborghini, Bugatti, I don't know what it was, but it was a highly exclusive car that you had to be on a list in order to buy. Now, a person who was on the list purchased the car, but then decided shortly after they didn't want it. Mike Tyson bought it. Let me tell you something. the company came and took that car back because they were like, you have to be on the lease. I mean, on the list, you cannot just have this. Hermes is the same way. Yeah. Not anybody can just walk in and buy
even if you have the
excuse
money.
me, let me back that up. The Birkin bag.
Mm-hmm, the Birkin.
Not anybody can have one. I don't care how much money you have got to get on that list. But the reason you want on the list is because the list exists. It's very much like VIP. Yeah. If you go into a club and everybody's VIP, you don't want to be VIP anymore. So I think when it comes to brands, it's the same kind of thing. If everybody is rocking the particular Louis Vuitton bag or shoe, do you really want it? Yeah. As a creative, do you really want it? Do you really want to look like everybody else?
No.
I don't even like to smell like other people in the room. My perfume has got to be totally different. I don't like you wearing the same color as I do when I go out. Just how I rock.
But actually, I was going to post about that the other day because of the whole Sweetie thing, which is how I guess this all started. And my thing is, she probably got her stuff like secondhand, because I doubt that Sweetie will be on the Birkin bag.
Well, here's two things. One, I don't know who the hell Sweetie is.
Exactly.
And two, I don't want to get in her pockets. I don't know what her pockets look like.
But I'm saying, like, because I already knew that it was a situation where you had to be on the list. And
you're talking about a Birkin bag.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. That still doesn't grant you a right to a Birkin bag.
But that proves my point exactly. So if everybody can get a Birkin bag, why would you want one?
Right. But
when you flood the market with a particular product, I don't care if it's tube socks, chapstick, toilet paper, or Birkin bags.
Right.
You've now devalued that bag.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they only make a limited number of Range Rovers, a limited number of, I don't know, Benzes, not Benzes, but
BMW i8.
All those cars, they make a certain amount. You've heard them say very limited run. There's a reason why Basquiat isn't on everybody's wall. Right? Because not only do they cost a hell of a lot of money, there's not a lot of them.
Yeah, the last one sold for $57.6
exactly. Like I have there's a designer, Jacques-Marie Mage. She numbers all of the glasses, so you know exactly what number you have, and at the end of that run, that's it.
Yeah.
So again, that's not to say that black female rappers are bad and they in general cause the devaluing of a brand. But I think anytime that you have a lot of people or you're convincing a lot of people to buy it, when you know they can't afford it, and that's a whole nother show, then you devalue the brand. But I think that goes with anything. So in summary, be creative, wear your own shit. Then you don't have to worry about anybody complaining about what you're doing. Right. How about that? Just don't let me design it, because you will look a hot ass mess. Because that's not what I do. I talk for a living and I drink for fun. How about that? And I constantly remind people, don't tell me to shut up. See y'all.